Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Deanna and I love plants. I collect houseplants and I love sharing my plant journey with you guys. Many of you guys saw a video where I posted about my free plants from Lowe's and I was surprised how many views that video had. So I wanted to do an update. I was rescuing some plants that I got for free from Lowe's and it's been 7 weeks, so I wanted to show you guys how they're doing. And I wanted to share more details about that day that I got the free plants and share the truth of what happened. If you're curious and you want to see how these plants are doing, then keep on watching. Okay, so let's talk the gossip. What happened? Did I really get free plants? Am I lying? Did I really scare the guy so much and was behind him so he could give me the free plants? Well, everybody makes up their own mind and what they want to believe, and I can only share my story of the person that was there and what happened. What happened, guys, it was after work. Maybe I didn't give that much information that day, so I wanted to go ahead and give a little more details of what happened that day. Lowe's normally does not give free plants, so I think that's kind of like an obvious, and I thought most people would understand that it was an exception to what happened and it's not a rule of thumb. And it was just, I called it being at the right place at the right time. It was a great half a day because I had to work half a day and I was already in the area where there was some Lowe's, and it's always nice after work. Like you guys, when you see my videos, you see that I go plant shopping after I go to work a lot of times. And that's why I look so bad in that video, because I was after a day of work. And as I randomly stopped just so I can see if there's any cool plants and I can do a video for you guys. I was not even going to record a video that day because there was so many dead plants. Like literally, like on the racks, there was so many plants that had not been watered. The moment I walk in, there is two guys that are customers and they see me heading towards the plant section all excited, and they said they're all in terrible shape and there's nothing good. That's kind of like what the guy said. That's interesting because I didn't even ask anything. This is just a customer. And he's like, look, they're going to throw away all those plants. Like he was just kind of saying it's so frustrating because they're letting so many plants die. So basically, it's true. I walked around. A lot of the plants were dry. They were nothing new. I was not going to record a video, so therefore I did not record inside the store. But as I saw that cart, it was a cart. Some people ask, how did you know they were going to throw away those plants? These were not in the clearance section anymore. These were actually in a cart, stacked up, piled plants, just dumped in there, basically dumped. So it was pretty clear that those were not going to be sold anymore. But what I did notice is that they had a lot of pots, ceramic pots. And that's when I kind of said, wow, that's such a pity that those pots are going to be thrown away. And in my mind, I thought, I wish they could sell me the pots at least with, for a cheap price, $1, $2. That would have been excellent, to get some pots for that price. So I looked around, there was no worker. So I actually went outside and I talked to a worker. I literally told him I wanted to see if you guys could sell me some plants that I think you're gonna throw away. Or some plants that are in this big pile in a cart. And I'm like, can I show you? He came with me. He didn't know. So then he found another guy and he came over to the plant section. And that basically, I said, can I buy them? Because I see you can buy any of these pots. And he said no, because they've been marked to throw away. So then he basically said, but you can have them because we can't sell them. And that's when I was like, inside my mind and heart, I can't believe it. So basically I said, wow. I don't know what I said. I think I was just like, whoa, inside my mind. And I said, oh, thank you. And I kind of said, do you think I can take what about the plants that are inside the pots? Like if I feel like they're salvable, can I take any of these plants too? And I told him, because I love plants. And he said, sure. So yeah, it was just asking the right person. And no, is this something that normally first of all, this is the first time I ever ask. Okay, some of you guys said you've asked them a lot of times and they never want to reduce the price, and I understand that every manager in every store must make their own decisions. And of course, I'm sure this is not the norm. If they always gave them away, then that would create chaos. So I understand that too. I think it was just one of those things in life. Sometimes it happens, you know? And no, I didn't record inside the store, and I'm glad I didn't. And I don't want to disclose any details of that store. It was a kind-hearted person, and I don't know the rules, if this was right or wrong. All I know, it happened to me, and I was just very grateful because yes, I didn't have to spend any money, and second of all, overall, there was plants involved. There was live plants that were in horrible shape that were going to be thrown away, and that I was able to bring home and work on them and rescue them. And I'm working on them, and that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. But I hope that answered a little more details. I don't know what I would do in another occasion, if I would ask again. I'm just happy it happened to me this time, and that's basically it. And I think from hearing the comments, it's happened to very minimal, but maybe I saw a comment or two where some of you guys got some free plants. Somebody said before a hurricane, they were giving away some plants. That's pretty cool. And before something else, another occasion, I don't remember what it was, but been reading your comments. I've heard of outdoor plants being given away sometimes too. I saw that some of you guys have gotten them really cheap, sometimes like $1 or $2. So but then there's a lot of no, I've never had them reduced. So every store does it differently, but it's pretty clear. The vast majority, it seems like they just do clearance. If they do clearance, and then I don't know exactly what happens. I don't know if they're always thrown away. There's been comments that they're supposed to be sent back. That makes no sense to me. You would send them back to whoever you bought them from, because that would take a lot of money to ship back. But that's not my end of the deal. So I didn't sharing my plant journey, remember, in this channel. So that was part of my story of what happened. And now what I can talk about is what's happened in my house while they've been in my care for the past 7 weeks. So let's get started. My first little plant is this one. Dun, 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 dun. Seems a little sad, but there is still hope. This is the Alocasia Pink Dragon, I believe. When I got it, I can insert a little picture of when I got it home, basically. And it had like one leaf that broke on our way home, it seems like. And this is the corm. One of you guys told me in the comments it's called a corm. The CORM. It's good to know. And it's still alive. It's not mushy, but I don't see new growth yet. So I think the moment if I would have put this in where there's higher humidity, like in my IKEA greenhouse, I think it would start doing something. But I have it in my in a room here, and I don't have any extra humidity to it. And I think if I were to pop this outside as soon as spring hits around, it might still give me some new leaves. But this is the first one, and this is how it's doing. Okay, so next plant. Plant number 2. This is the Calathea Medallion, and it still has 2 leaves. If you saw my first video, and if you didn't see it, we can link it so you guys can see it. I trimmed off all the dead, and I stayed with 2 leaves. And right before I did this video, I was trying to look really closely to see if there was any new growth, and there is signs of a new leaf coming. So that's really exciting. These are not easy plants for me. Calatheas, and they're not for many people. So if you're struggling with one, you're not a horrible plant parent. These are not easy. They require high humidity. My biggest success is when I put them outside. I live in Zone 8B, North Carolina, and they do better outside where there's high humidity in the summer, because there is a lot of humidity here in the summer. But it's been winter. We're heading to spring, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to pop it out there soon in a few weeks and maybe hit more growth soon. Okay, and here's another one, plant number 3. This one's doing good. This is an Anglonema Frosted Ghost, and as you can see, there's a lot of little shoots of new growth. That one has new growth, that one has new, all 3 plants that are in here have new growth shooting out. Now, I did have to repot this one. This one I did change the soil because it was getting yellow leaves. So I'm gonna try to find that footage and insert it here so you guys can see how I repotted it, and you guys can learn from my experience. Okay guys, so I've taken out the Anglonemas that I got from Coastal Farms at Lowe's. They were inside of these 3 little pots, and it had so much roots that some roots tore, but we still left with enough roots in each plant. But that is something definitely I want you guys to watch out for. I didn't know. Thank you for one of you guys, and through the Instagram comments that kind of alerted me to this. I don't always repot on my plants when I get them from nurseries if they're doing fine, but this one was getting more yellow leaves, so she alerted me to check on this. And look at this. So far I don't think any other plant that I've encountered from Lowe's has had these. If you guys know other plants that you get from Coastal Farms that come with these little nettings that we should definitely repot, let us know. Okay, so I'm gonna use fresh soil and repot this baby. What was interesting is that those little cages, right, where the roots were at. So I'm so glad I repotted it, and from that day I've had no more new yellow leaves, and I'm getting growth. So this one is on its way up. So I'm really excited about that one. The leaves are just beautiful. Okay, so that was plant number 3. Again, all of these little plants are the rescue plants from Lowe's. So this is plant number 4. It's doing beautiful. This is Alocasia Poly, and it still has the 4 leaves that you saw in that video. One finished uncurling out. I think it was this one. It's really cool how they open, like they're rolled in and they roll out. And no issues that I see. I've been trying to inspect. I'm gonna wash it after this video. I'm gonna inspect it for, I know it's dusty and I need to wash the leaves. I wanna maybe spray it one more time because this plant is prone to spider mites. And I also wanna make sure that it doesn't have any thrips. There is a little white, could be a little thrips. Let's see if you guys can get close to it. If you can see it here. You see that? This is what I'm looking at. You see this little white here? That's what I'm looking at. Sometimes it's right there. I think that is a thrip. You see it? So when in doubt, you treat. When in doubt, you treat. So beginning maybe to have a little something. So yeah, we gotta treat this baby. Now, I have here an air plant, and this one's doing really good. It's one of the ones that I saved, and I just watered her like 2 days ago. She's easy. She's doing really good. And then we have plant number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. This is a Dieffenbachia, and I think it's a compacta. And this baby has had new growth, and I have not repotted it. I have not changed the soil. It has new growth. You can see here, there's like the new leaves coming out. She's a little floppy right now. She does need a watering. So when we do that, she's gonna perk up a little bit more, but I'm happy with the new Pro. Okay, and then this one is the last one I wanted to show you. There's another air plant that I wasn't able to get for this video. I couldn't find it right before the video, but this is the one, it's a philodendron, and this one was really floppy when I got it. I think this is the philodendron ShangriLa. I know in the comments, a lot of you guys had different opinions to which one it is, and I would look it up, and incredible how there's so many plants that look so similar. But I'm just gonna call it the ShangriLa. I think that I'm not 100% sure, but if you guys look up the picture of the ShangriLa, to me it looks just identical, but it doesn't really matter if it has another name. Now this baby just got a shower, and I'll insert a video. Right before making this video, I started looking it up close. So the little surprise was that I found thrips. I knew something was going on with this one. Good thing I didn't let her touch other plants. I had her in my kitchen island. She was the only plant there. And I started noticing some discoloration in the leaf colorings. Like, you start seeing damage, you know, like there's a little bit of light color green, just not a full perfect green of the color leaves. You see little marks, little dark yellowish marks. And that's why I'm like, there's something there. I would come to it, look at it, I wouldn't see anything. But right before this video, I saw it. It was thrips, and it wasn't a huge infestation, and I found it in a new leaf that was growing. I actually recorded some for you guys, but I won't include it in this video because I don't want it to be too long. But I will make another video where I show how I treat my plants with thrips. But she's been treated right now. We're gonna respray her one more time after this video, but there'll be more details later in the next video. But she's gonna do great. I am gonna keep her separated from the rest of my plants. She's still gonna make it. And she just needs a little treatment, and you guys can save your plants too. It's just important that we watch for signs and that we do, you know, actions so we can correct whatever's going wrong. I hope some of the information I shared with you guys was useful for you guys. I appreciate all of you guys with your kind comments and your support and learning from each other about how to take care of plants. You know, hopefully through my experience, a detail might be helpful for you. I know I always learn from you guys too, from your comments. When I see other YouTube videos and whatever we share with each other, it's always helpful. So I hope you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe, share it with your friends, and keep on having positive green vibes. Bye.